And we're live!
Hello and welcome to a special episode. Let us know if the sound's working here. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's myself, Matty Allen, with Johnny Chaos, and we're here. We're here. We've got the DeLorean outside, along with a bunch of other fancy cars that were paid for by Hex and help to advertise Hex, which is the cryptocurrency that people are using to pay their future selves by time locking, and then also doing, in my opinion, really awesome things with their gains. And so Johnny Chaos and I are going to introduce the stream here, and then we'll have Art on, and he's the main interview that we'll do today because he's the one who donated $2 million to the animal shelter that we're sitting in. And so thanks everybody for being here. We really appreciate it. I'm going to run a quick intro here, and then we'll get started.
From Matty Allen of Hex Therapy Live. I like Matty. Matty tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research. Big videos on sudden wealth syndrome. There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man. Matty Allen's got that covered. He does emotional, feel-good, mind management, emotion stuff like as his gig because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.
Awesome. So we're going to be out here in Kankakee, Illinois for the next 3 hours plus. We're here at Hexy's Cat Rescue. If you look in the description below, you can follow the Medium link. If you're here in the Midwest, you can join us. I'm buying everybody a Red Bull, and only Hexicans know why. So, Johnny, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad I made the trip out. It's cool. I got to meet a lot of new people, and it's cool to be out and about. If you're in the area, come on down and check it out. It's a good cause. It's a great place, and there's some real nice vehicles to look out front, and yeah.
Absolutely. And we've got the Hex photographer here that we flew in, Pascal and Ketty. And so, yeah, we're really excited to be here to tell the story of Art and his $2 million donation and how really he's somebody that I really admire here in the Hex ecosystem. I think that we'll be able to create some marketing materials today by taking pictures of all the cool art that he's collected that has to do with cats and dogs and, this famous Romero, Britto character. There's a lot that we haven't planned, I think.
Well, let's get him in here. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right, Art, come on in. Let's see.
Hey, we're live, huh?
Yeah. Welcome.
Thanks, Matty.
Thank you so much for putting this all together. I've been so impressed by you and your story in Hex and what we're doing here today, celebrating the $2 million donation that you made to this animal rescue.
This is a very special time. I really appreciate all the help that we got coming in. It's been amazing, just to have people around who really enjoy helping others and helping animals, man. This is a dog and cat rescue. It's going to be just up and coming. We had this building. It was like for sale. We had to remodel the whole thing. So that has taken like a year to come through. And so we're finally got the front ready for all of the essentials that the vets do. It has a surgery room. It has several rooms. It has that they can stage their work in, a lab already set up. So it's finally a chance to open up and help out. They've already rescued like 28 cats, and a couple are, 3 are still in the back here. The rest got homes. It's a really amazing community.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and scoot closer, much closer to the mic if we can both be
Yeah.
maybe this far away from it.
Perfect. All
Yeah.
right.
Awesome. Art, I would love to hear a little bit about what your story was getting started with Hex, and particularly how long you waited, how long you delayed gratification.
Oh, I was looking for an investment vehicle better than Bitcoin. And so once I found Richard Hart live streaming and telling his story, I kept watching him every day, you know, knowing that this, starting at this small of a little unit, it, it's going to grow like, like a beanstalk. It's going to, I call them magic beans. Really, that's how I thought about it. And you get a lot of them and they just grow and grow and grow. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And so when you first bought into Hex, it was early on. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I was waiting. So we kept waiting and waiting. It was always going to be 4 weeks, and the happiest days were getting ready for it, getting the money ready, and taking it out of Fidelity and making yourself know that you're going to do this. And I had full faith and confidence in Richard. It was an amazing journey just watching it come through. And even after, right after that, I sent in my who's who in America and who's who in the world. I included like Richard Hart and Hex in there. So that would have been like worldwide. So it's really amazing. We got to get the word out for Hex and stuff. That's what I want to do and help out with it, because I think the most amazing coin growth in the world.
This is so organic, to have a community coming together and to have people really using their gains, not only to have like a tax benefit and to do good in the world, but also it helps get the word out about Hex. When people who are not yet in crypto, when they hear that somebody's given $2 million to an animal shelter, that warms a lot of people's hearts, and it shows them that it's more than just about getting rich. It's about making a difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hexy was my referral account when I was getting into Hex at the beginning, and so we waited and waited and waited, and it finally hit number 5. And thank you, King Richard, man. That was amazing to be number 5 crypto coin. That was just spectacular. And so like just at that time, I said, okay, we got number 5, maybe we can get a little money out of this. And so I made a couple trades, and my cat, who I named Hexy when it was born, because we were waiting for it to come out. So Hexy was just jumping on top of me and lay down and fell asleep. I go, okay, I can't get up and do another trade. So I gave up. I took a 12-hour sleep, woke up, and Hex went up 100%. I was like, oh my goodness, man! I'm so glad I stopped trading then, and that was like wheels churning in my mind. It was cool.
Absolutely.
It was all about
Well, Hexy, told you to hold on
yes,
for
hold
longer,
hold on,
and that paid off.
It
so
did.
that the God whale could get in and pump the price or whatever. So. And there's people in the chat, somebody's saying like, oh, well, that means that you dumped Hex and everything. Listen, Johnny, who is just starting off the show, Johnny used to buy Hex at 2 Satoshis, or he used to buy it at 1 Satoshi and sell it for 2 Satoshis. So there's, and Richard says getting in now is like buying Bitcoin at $1. So I think, especially when we look at how much value is created by people reinvesting in their community and getting the word out about Hex. This animal shelter is named Hexies after Art's cat that is named after Hex.
That's right.
And part of the reason why I felt like I could come here and really help out and help to tell the story that Art has created and that that the entire community is out here doing. It's I went to the NASCAR event, right? And at first that was kind of unpopular with Richard. He was saying, that brand advertising doesn't work. But then with the crypto Sparbox team and everybody else who participated, we ended up onboarding over $1 million worth of people for an event that ended up costing $500,000. And so that was a net positive for the community, I think. And I suspect that, for anybody who's worried about bags being dumped, in this case, we've got awesome marketing that's really, I think, going to onboard a lot more people than have been offboarded. And that's a big difference between Hex and I think other cryptos, is not everybody's reinvesting in a way to really pay it forward, right?
Yeah, and this was just amazing. You need a tax break, and it's better to give.
Oh, that's a really, really good
Yeah.
point. So, so you actually donated instead of paying taxes because it was a tax write-off.
Yes.
So this has nothing to do with Hex being dumped, really, because the choice was either pay it to the tax man or donate it to a good cause.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah. And I was looking for a good cause, and my neighbor was over there. They have a cat and dog rescue here, and so all I did was say, I would really like to make a meaningful contribution, and I had no idea that they were already thinking about this building and everything, but it really impressed me, and I was in all the way. So now it's come to fruition. I mean, it's just been, a little bit of Hex at a time over the course of a year now. It was a big rise. It's a beautiful thing. You can't get better than that. You really can't.
Absolutely. And another thing that you told me is that you ended up delaying gratification for a long time when you were, when you were in Hex up until this point. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, the growth. I mean, you just can't. If I thought 1.4 cents was super good, what are you doing at 10, man? It was wild, and I kept on staking till you make it. I thought, we're on a rise, up, up, up. So I just kept staking it on and on and on. That, because you're going to rise, it's going to go, beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, definitely. I mean, people who are sharks and dolphins and this class of staker leagues, these are people who have delayed gratification. And that's part of what holds the price up in Hex, is people get paid to hold the price up. And so here we are.
Yeah. Well, I was one of those people that did a guess, at how many X's at the first 6 months, going out the door, and I missed it just by a little bit. I think I made 147X, and it was in the 160s or something a little bit higher.
Wow.
I thought I had it, I was like, wow. And that was just based on, what Ethereum could do, and it has done, EOS. So you really knew this was going to get kicked off. And the same with Pulse and Pulse X. Man, this is one chance to really get in on the ground floor of a chain, because everybody's going to be building on this thing. I really believe it. Gas prices cheaper. It's all going to come over here if we just capture that movement, the NFT movement with Mintra. Spectacular gains, and you're helping out the community. You're making things cheaper. You cannot get better than that. Absolutely. Thank you, Richard Hart.
Thank you, Richard Hart. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to take some special videos today to put together a compilation of thank you, Richard Hart moments, because I think there's a lot to be thankful for. And I think especially now, while we're in a bear market, while the macroeconomic situation seems to be bearish for maybe a year or two, this is an opportunity to dollar cost average, to accumulate Hex. Even those of us, who have planned ahead for the bear market, it's really hard to not buy a little bit of Hex when it drops as low as 4 cents or 6 cents or 8 cents.
Well, and you're at the regression rainbow bottom. It's going to bounce back up, and it is going to be spectacular rises when it comes out of this. And it's going to follow Ethereum up, and we are in.
Mm, absolutely. Yeah, there's like, as you and I were talking about yesterday, there's really so much to be bullish about here. And you even have a background in technology, and and you and I were talking about it doesn't really matter what the timeline is for Pulse Chain, as unpopular as that is to say. Um, it's I think both of our opinions that getting the tech right is what matters, and what we've already seen in the testnet is just so promising. We're both very, I think, bullish about the whole situation, although using our patience that we've developed in Hex as a virtue that pays.
It certainly does. Yeah, buy and hold. It's
That's right.
the beautiful thing.
That's right. Yeah, there's I think tons of marketing opportunities here, and this animal shelter opening, this is something that everybody in the Hex community, we would welcome you to brag about it.
Yes.
To people who are animal lovers. There are more animal lovers in the world than there are users of Ethereum by at least maybe 100x or 1000x. And so if people out there know that, that people like themselves who love animals, like both of us, when we get our mad gains in crypto, we're going out there and contributing to causes that they care about. That could be a selling point, and we may even be able to put together some marketing materials for people to share.
Yeah.
Some images of the different art that has been collected here, and the message that we're putting together. We're happy to put that out there, and I think it'll be a great talking point for really the entire bear market.
Well, yeah. Well, the amazing thing is, like, I met Romero Britto. I bought some of the sculptures on a cruise ship, and then I went down to his art gallery at Miami Beach, and found some more good stuff. And out of there, these pictures, these sculptures and stuff. And yeah, John, my partner, wanted one of these portraits from Romero because he was just doing celebrities and over there in London with the royalty and stuff. So it's amazing that he wanted to do one, and I was like, nah, I really want King Richard portrait. She's like, you first. So she commissioned this painting behind me, and she worked it out, and we were talking Pulse, before it came out and stuff, and the heartbeat concept, so she put my own heartbeat in there and told about that. And like, we were ready. I mean, just excited, right? This is major excitement for me, a better chain, less gas fees, quicker response, 3 seconds, man. We're going to take over at 3 seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to kind of put this story into context as well, I didn't really understand who Romero Britto was until we started talking about him. And then just this morning, Art and I saw a news piece in the national news about the artist that he's been connecting with and commissioning all this art from.
That was, CBS Sunday Morning show. I could not believe it. Yeah. So I've been working with Merle, and it's fun to watch what he does and stuff. It's amazing. And so after, this piece just came out, so I was able to get my wish then. So I actually commissioned Romero to produce a portrait for King Richard. It's all what we wanted. It's going to be him. I love the whole idea. We're going to make sure it's ready for Pulse Chain and PulseCon, in Las Vegas coming up in September. That's what we want. Yeah, show it off. We'll just unveil it there, I'm hoping. We're asking Romero to do a quick one. He likes 6 months, and we're asking for come in for us, and we're hoping for the best. He's an amazing man. It's really incredible. He does a lot of donations. You know, that's what caught his eye because I was, you know, donating here for this Hexies over this year. Uh, Starting this out, it's a really good thing. And then the community needs it really bad. And you can't do better than helping out your neighbor. It really was an easy call.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And it's really exciting to have an artist who's like really coming up nationally, who has created, I think they said on the news today that the artist that you've made this good connection with um, does like $250 million in sales a year.
Well, yeah, he's commissioned with Disney, like, and so all the art figurines and all that stuff catches your eye. It really is appealing. I like it a lot.
That's awesome. And yeah, like you said, the piece we have behind us is like $120,000 masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a takeoff of Monopoly game. If you think, if you look at the road and everything, he has a Monopoly piece just for Miami that I really am impressed with. I'm hoping someday that we can match like a bank in the app and play Monopoly live streaming, you know, and have your bank with real coin, you know. That would be like a really good sales pitch for me. I'd play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The more that we can gamify this ecosystem, the more people that will want to play.
I love it. I love that idea. Anybody that wants to join me in that idea, let me know. 'Cause,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
Get the word out.
yeah. And I know, I mean, everything takes time. I mean, yeah, I was with Bell Labs for 30 years for my career in software development and research. And it was a real test to get stuff out on time and with the highest quality, no problems. And here it is. I mean, there's no chance for changing after Richard pushes this button. It locks in this code and it's not going to change. That's a benefit to every person that ever gets into this, right? You know, you're not changing it. And that is a beautiful thing. It really gives you confidence. And now you're locking up your coins too. Oh, you get the double effect. It really is the best way to invest.
Yeah. Yeah. And, when you and I were talking yesterday, I realized like how much we both know about Hex and Pulse and PulseX. You had watched a lot of hours of content on this channel, and it always impresses me when I meet people in real life who have like so many hundreds of hours of similar knowledge base as I do, because you've watched all of Richard Hart's videos, you've watched Quant Gang or the different shows, Hex Therapy. And so it's yeah, I always learn so much when I can have conversations with people who have a similar knowledge base.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
Well, that 8 hour one, I'm gonna fall asleep on that one for a while, but that I swear to get through that one. He can do more. He just stays in here. That's a beautiful thing too.
I think we need to still work on the
Yeah.
volume. So yeah, just we can be closer to the mic and speak up.
Yeah. So I know we got to get Pulse Chain right. The beautiful thing is, you know, I heard we're doing improvements, making it better, you know, before we get it out of there. That in itself, you should be thankful for, because that will make a difference later on, all the way through. Get it right before it goes out the door, because you can't change it. People know that strategy is especially important, you know, because you're going to have to live with what you got, right? And so you want to make it right and get it out. And we're talking about a whole chain, right? Everything working together. That is a beautiful thing. And all of this attention coming from Ethereum holders, you know, getting their extra coins on the Pulse chain is just a new feat that's never been done before, right? New ecosystem, market makers. That's what this is. You know, PulseX farming, that is market making. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I also liked some of the points that you made about how there's kind of like a force multiplier effect, or you called it a parlay effect between this ecosystem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here we got another chance on the ground floor of the best coins in the world, right? So parlaying is just like doubling down, taking your profits, putting them on the line for the next best thing, right? And the growth is going to be there. It it really is going to be spectacular, you know, bear market or not. Uh, there's going to be a lot of interest in, especially with the growth when we get the apps on there. You know, the NFTs are going to bring a big crowd. You know, big crowd, right? Because you got cheaper way of getting your NFTs. There's no better way, you know, to get your NFTs than cheaper gas prices, right? So, and you can do a lot with those. I think it's going to be a great thing.
Yeah, all of there's a lot of marketing that goes into NFTs. And remember that when different artists and, you know, the entire general public that's on Ethereum, when they move over to Pulse Chain, they're going to be promoting Pulse Chain, you know, whether they know it or like it or not, because they're going to be getting a better deal there. And so it's, I think, really going to expand the network effects. And the other good thing really about Pulse Chain and kind of parlaying and having a force multiplier is that it's a lot of the same investors that have done well in Hex who have invested in Pulse Chain and Pulse X. And so not everybody will need to sell, but there sure will be a lot of people who want to buy as we bring millions of people into the ecosystem to get their free money.
Well, yeah, just to start off, you know, 70,000, that is an amazing good number because, you know, Pulse, we were hanging a couple thousand, you know, at the beginning. This,
Hex,
at Hex
yeah.
versus this Pulse, that is amazing growth opportunity. People are more excited about this chain. And, you know, rightfully so, because now you're going to have a chance to make things better for getting those even smaller investments in without the gas price. You know, yeah, I worry about that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful, King Richard. Les,
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done. This is amazing. It really is. Yeah, Nobel Prize winning in my book all the way along. Absolutely. Thank you, King Richard Hart.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of thank yous, we've got someone that would like to thank you and tell you where your donation is going to go.
Awesome. Can we bring in
sure.
Karen? All right. Got a Pepsi shirt on.
I do.
Come on in.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
So just try to speak pretty loud into the microphone there.
Okay.
Awesome. So you're the person who's running this place?
Yes, I'm Karen Hamza. I own Sunrise Center Animal Rescue. I've been rescuing horses and cats for over 15 years at my place in St. Anne near Art's house. So that's how I know Art, because he's actually my neighbor. And Art called me over about a year and a half ago because he loves cats, and I had helped him with his kittens and said that he'd be making a significant donation. So that's what started this whole crazy process. And we bought this building where we are going to offer low-cost spay and neuter, which the county doesn't have, that available to them at all. And our county has a big need for that. That's really the answer to, the overpopulation of animals is the spay and neuter. And then build a beautiful cat shelter as well, so we can house more cats and help more, and an adoption center as well. So still in the process of finishing it up, and just very grateful to be here. Never thought, something like this would happen to me, but I'm blessed and lucky and thankful for Art for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really exciting to see money that, you know, somebody's invested into Hex then be used for such a good purpose. And, you know, as we said before, especially since it's a tax write-off in this case. And so it's something that, you know, really the community can really get behind, because it doesn't mean somebody's selling, you know, on your head, basically.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you know, I had the pleasure of meeting Hexy himself earlier today.
Yes. Was she friendly with you?
That's right.
She's a little shy.
Yeah. Well, we got out the cat food and got some really great photographs with our professional photographer who's here. I've never met a cat who's a millionaire before.
Yes. Yeah. Our tributes his wealth to her. She brought him the good luck. So, yeah, named this building after the kitty.
Absolutely.
Her brother Lobo visits us frequently. He likes to hunt the squirrels in our yard. So,
I met Lobo
friendly
as well.
neighbors.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all the work that you do, and for coming on the live stream here. We normally have, you know, 3,000 to 10,000 people that tune in, and probably a lot of animal lovers here too. So
yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Who's up next?
All right. Is there anything we missed out on here?
Well,
thinking about?
yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, you and I are super bullish on the entire ecosystem, and we're really excited to be able to work together at this event, and, you know, any other opportunities we have to really to pump everybody's bags.
Oh yeah.
And to get more animal lovers on board.
And I mean, amazing art can bring it in, and Romero is really good at the whole idea of making people happy. It's a happy art movement. I tell you what, I like it all, you know. So happy with this move, you know, to include him in, you know, and the excitement of actually having Pulse Chain out in the art. I think it's spectacular advertising venue. This will be good for us, you know, just like NASCAR. I was excited about that. It was cool. You know, it's another avenue. You get people in, and, you know, cat and dog rescue, you know, we're helping out the whole communities around us. So it's just local, you know, helping out wherever you can. That's what I'm hoping for. Everybody come in, donate, keep this going, you know, with me. It's really a good thing. And, you know, we're going to hopefully, you know, add a taste of crypto in here with these crypto kitties. And, you know, that was a great idea with these NFTs. But, you know, now we got live kitties, you know, they can have a kitty cat account, you know.
Oh my gosh, you said the magic keyword of crypto kitties. Where's my clip of Carol Baskin talking about Hex? Okay, we got to talk about something else while I pull it up and find it.
Well, I'm not sure which one of you I've seen that.
Maybe you haven't seen it. Even better.
But I did I did watch the intro. You know, you had a kitty cat before, and now there's a dog up there.
Okay, well, I have to say that this dog was named after me.
Awesome!
So it's
Tell me,
Maddie Allen, the bulldog, the English bulldog. Yeah, and yeah, it's one of the viewers of the show, Inviting Freedom's mother. Apparently watches me a lot and really likes the Hex Therapy show and everything, and so she names her pup after me.
You can't get better than that.
I know.
Maddie.
Well, it does get better.
Tell me.
The dog will be touring the country being a show dog.
Oh,
and will hopefully be winning lots of awards.
Oh, wow. I also purchased a horse for Sunrise Farms, you know, for them. They're champion riders, and this is a champion horse from Poland. So I get my chance at, you know, just sitting back and watching this horse do his jumping, and he's so fast. He's winning already. He's got a national record. So I'm very hopeful, that I can go out to shows and do the same thing, enjoy, somebody enjoying sports and, you're sponsoring them all along. It's a beautiful thing, sponsoring a dog, I'm sponsoring a horse. Starting on training some buffalo pretty soon too. So I bought into, this idea and hopefully I can train a little baby buffaloes to eat out of my hand. I mean, it's something that nobody can say, they get to do, and then kids can come in too, when they're little, if they're trained, it's possible. It really is possible with these people that really are good with animals.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, your horse already has won a competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's nationally ranked up there before we brought him over here, and he's already winning all the way along. So I am so happy for, that sport, and they needed a horse, and here comes one. I'm a proud horse owner.
Yeah. Well, I've got a video to share. This is part of my Hex Cameo series, and it's Carol Baskin leaving a message for Joe Hexotic, one of the people who helped me start the Hex Therapy Show. He had achieved 1 year of sobriety, and so I made this for him at the first Hex conference, which would have been January 7th. It was January 6th through 9th of 2021. Mm-hmm. So here is this.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue. Joe Hexo, I am told that you are such a cool cat. Oh my gosh. Yes, Maddie tells me that you are just the BFF and that you are celebrating 1 year of sobriety. Congratulations. I know how hard that is. Oh my gosh, do I know how hard that is? I was a drunk up until 1979. And that's when I got pregnant and decided I was not going to do that to my baby. And so I have been abstaining since 1979. It's more you crave the idea of being catatonic. Yeah, that was fun. But you don't need it now because I understand that your YouTube show is about struggle and recovery and helping others to improve, and that you are involved in the crypto community. And the crypto community has got to be doing really amazing right now. The only part of the crypto community that I ever got involved in was crypto kitties. I thought that was so fun. I love those crypto kitties. Oh, just love them. But, I could be a little addictive, I think. And I never did purchase the first one. I almost did. I tried lining up all of the ether and everything you got to do and decided that was too much hassle. I could never remember my PIN numbers for all of that stuff. And so never did actually buy a crypto kitty. Probably should have. I don't know how that fits into all of the crypto stuff that's going on right now, but it looks like people who have invested in crypto really made some smart ideas or investments in that. I wish that I had. But it sounds like you are investing in yourself and in others by helping everyone improve their mental health through experience and strength and hope. All of those are great things. You are just the cat's meow. Oh, absolutely. I hope 2021 is your most tigerific year ever. Stay cool, cats. Mwah.
So cool.
So yeah, there's lots of examples here of Hexicans putting together marketing strategies that to do the right thing and get the message out about helping others and mental health. And again, that's why I've been so impressed with Art, because he's helping the people around him and giving us so many opportunities to brag about what Hexicans can do when they get these mad gains that will draw more people in.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm hoping for, get the word out, help out, share the wealth kind of thing, especially Pulse X, ground floor. You cannot do better than that. It really is.
Absolutely.
The timing is right for that.
Well, yeah, you heard it here, folks, that, we're still loving Hex and the Richard Hart ecosystem. We're here, stunting our charity, abilities and our, chance to give back. And so is there anything else that we wanted to say before we go shoot some more content here?
Yeah, we got to go shoot that. It's just opening up. The people are going to have some food. And thank you, Richard Hart, for all that you do. That is what I want to say. Yeah, you are the best at this. Really, making people happy. That is a key. And that's what we're trying to do here too. And save some animals. That is rewarding for me as well. I love that. So thank you. We're all making a difference. All of us together.
Yes.
Great Hexagon community. That's it. People working together can do amazing things. I worked at Bell Labs, major projects, 5,000 people on a project. Yeah. You get together a force and you can make something super spectacular. And that's what I see happening here.
Yeah. Thank you, Richard. Thank you to the community. And we're going to go continue to shoot content here and to get our marketing materials together to onboard the next million users. And
Oh, yeah.
many more.
Oh, yeah. Thank you all. Thank you for helping out. That's what we're looking for.
Yep.
People helping people and cats and dogs.
That's right. So signing off now. Take care, everyone. Stake wisely, my friends.
Yeah.
And peace out.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
From Maddie Allen of Hex Therapy Live, I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research. Big videos on sudden wealth syndrome. There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man. Maddie Allen's got that covered. He does emotional, feel-good, mind management, emotion stuff, like, as his gig, because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.